Hey, congratulations on winning a project after waiting for weeks or maybe even months for your very first one. Good job. Well done. Now, I know you're anxious to get started on your recording, but my advice is to always ask your clients first if they have specific guidelines for you. Because apart from your tone and your delivery, which I'm sure you've already settled, that's how you won the audition, right? Apart from that, your client may have specific instructions for you to follow before you even start recording, especially if they have sound engineers working for them. And really, it can be a number of things. But on today's show, I'm going to give you 5 guidelines that clients usually ask voiceovers to do. So if you're ready, let's get started. Hey, what's happening? Welcome back to Speak Easy. This is the channel where we can hang out and talk about your voiceover career, especially if you're just starting out. If we're meeting for the very first time, my name is Anna. I've been a freelance voiceover for well over 15 years now, and the goal of this channel is to really help you get your voiceover career off the ground. So, if that's something you might be interested in, do consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell, and also binge watch all the voiceover videos that I made for you here on Speakeasy. But today, my task is to answer a question from a lot of you actually on the comments section asking me, Anna, what are the usual guidelines or instructions voiceover clients give you before you start recording? So I thought of coming up with at least 5 of the usual things that they tell me before I even start recording. Now, not all of your clients will ask for this. Most of the clients that will ask you for these are the ones with sound engineers, like what I said earlier, and they have specific technical instructions that they need for you to follow. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Some of the smaller clients that we might get, especially on Fiverr, they wouldn't really know what to ask you. But if you want to get their business again, you can also follow these guidelines to help you give them the best that you can. All right. So let's get this thing started and start off with guideline number 5. First things first, before you hit the record button, make sure you check the noise floor or the room tone of the space that you're going to use for recording. Your client will not want any unwanted background noise while you're recording, and that's going to be hard to fix after you record it. So make sure that you check ahead of time. So, what are these things that you might want to look for if your AC is on, like mine is right now? Well, this is different. This is YouTube. So I'm sure my subscribers wouldn't mind a little bit of a background noise coming from my AC because, guys, it's really hot. Okay. So I really need it on. But when I'm recording for voiceover clients or for voiceover projects, that is off. Okay. My fan will also be off because those are background noise. And then all my windows will be shut. And I make sure that no ambient sound will get in the way of my recording. So I always check that. So, in short, a quiet room is your best friend. So maybe now your question is, how do I actually know if I have good noise floor or room tone? So let me show you my screen right now. For example, if you're using Audacity like I am and you want to check the room tone or the noise floor of your recording space, this is what you do. You have to make sure that your microphone is turned on, that it's not on mute, so that we can check if the microphone is picking up anything or will pick up anything other than your voice in your recording area. So this is the icon that we are going to look for. As you can see, it says record meter or audio meter. So when you press that, you will find this option, start monitoring. So we are going to monitor the noise floor of our recording space. So once I click it, I will stop talking and you will see if there's any background noise or anything that the microphone is picking up, that even if your ear cannot pick it up, but if your microphone is picking it up, it means there's a certain kind of noise the microphone is picking up. So let's check this first. I'll click on start monitoring and I'll stop talking. So as you can see, when I wasn't talking, the microphone wasn't picking anything up. I'll stop again. And you see that? So the green bar only comes out when I start talking. So that means apart from my voice, it's not picking anything up. Now let me see when I turn on my fan, okay? And then I will stop talking. As you can see, the microphone is picking up the fan. So that means when you're checking for your noise floor and you're not talking and you see that there's a green bar coming out, that means your noise floor is not good. But when you're not talking and the green bar is not there, that means your noise floor is good. Guideline number 4 from our clients: please avoid any unwanted noise within your vocal booth. And I think this is a good reminder because most of the time, the unwanted noise or the unnecessary sound is coming from us within the vocal booth. So, what do I mean by that? So, maybe your tongue click could be one of those unwanted noise, or your lip smacking. I don't know why you would smack your lips while you're recording, but that is why it's always a good idea to always maintain a good distance between your mouth and the microphone. So, usually a good distance would be 8 inches from your microphone, and make sure that you keep it that way all throughout your recording because you don't want to sound like you're zooming in and out. And that can happen if you're moving constantly while recording. Another guideline that clients love to remind us voiceovers, they love to remind us to please make sure that there's no noise coming from your mouth, from your equipment, from your clothes, or your script. That's why usually I have my script on an iPad so that I don't have to deal with the paper rustling and then the mic picking it up. All right, before we get to guideline number 3, if you're finding value in this video, please do give me a thumbs up right now, and also share this video to that friend of yours who you know wants to become a voiceover talent too. Guideline number 3 from our clients: always set the right gain. Gain. I know that term can be a little bit intimidating, but really it is quite straightforward. What you want to do is look at your audio meter while recording and prevent hitting 0 decibels while recording. Because if you are hitting 0 decibels, that means the level is too high and you might run into clipping issues. Now, if it's too low, on the other hand, then your sound might just a little bit too faint. There's really no magic trick to this. All you have to do is adjust your microphone gain when you do your test audio. Yes, you heard me right. You must test your audio to know if you're hitting that sweet, sweet spot. And remember, never try to fix the audio after recording because that's another issue in itself. Your audio level might be truncated, and really, it's going to be a whole new problem. So you might as well do it at the beginning. Okay, prevention is better than cure. So test your audio first. All right, let's get to guideline number 2. And this is what I'm always asked about: processing. So let's talk about that. In my experience, clients would usually ask for clean and raw files, meaning your voice is unprocessed, whether during a recording or after recording. So, what does it mean to keep your recording pure and unprocessed? That means no compressors, no EQ, no noise gates, or anything else while recording. It's just your voice. Your clients would really prefer your unaltered raw performance. And if they need to manipulate it on their end, that's what they have their sound engineers for. That's not your problem. Keep it pure, keep it clean. And before we get to guideline number 1 on today's topic, what instructions do clients usually give voiceover talents? Let me just remind you on how you can support me and this channel. The easiest way to support this channel is to subscribe to the channel, also like the videos that I have made for you, and sharing it with your friends. Another way you can support me is by not skipping any of the ads that are played during any of my videos on the channel. This is how I earn on YouTube. And if you feel you still want to give me some love, there is this cute icon that you can find at the bottom of the screen. It's the heart icon with that little dollar sign in it. You can click that and send some love my way. However, which way you wish to show me support, please do note that I appreciate each and every one of you for spending time with me right here on the channel. All right, so let's move on to guideline number 1. So, when you're done recording and you're ready to send off your work file to your client, you have to export your file in the right format. So, what is the right format? Please do aim for a 48 kilohertz 24-bit mono WAV file, or at the very least, 44.1 kilohertz 16-bit mono. To answer your question, yes, clients usually prefer mono over stereo. So when you use these formats, it will ensure that your file will not lose any of its quality across platforms. And there you have it, the 5 guidelines that our client usually give us before we start recording. Now, being consistent with these 5 guidelines is actually good practice for every voiceover so that you make sure that you're giving your clients quality recording every time. Now, make sure that if there's any instruction that is unclear for you, you can always ask your clients. They will be more than happy to discuss it right now than discuss it after your recording, because it's really hard to fix a recording that has already been done as opposed to making sure that everything is good to go before you hit record. Let's not be afraid of our clients because, after all, we are partners in this project. Now, maybe you're wondering about the basic equipment that a voiceover would need to start their home based voiceover business. If that's you, click the link and I'll see you there. And so, my voiceover friends, may your inbox always be full of order notifications. May you nail all your additions. May you have smooth recording sessions, and may your clients never ask for revisions. And with that, I'll wish you all a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!